We're spooling
Alright.
up.
Spooling up, boss. Spooling up.
So check the old.
Going on, kids, as we kind of get everything up and running. I don't know what's going on. I got a little head cold. It's sinuses, not COVID. Don't panic. I sneezed. I sneezed at Walt Disney at the Disney Springs. I was like, COVID.
You're lucky they didn't tar and feather you for that too. You're lucky you make it out of Disney Spring alive, John.
I'm doing my best to see how far I can push it until someone finally says, "Okay, fat boy, enough. You're
Well,
done."
well, when I'm in Publix and there's too many people around me, I just cough. That usually clears the aisle.
Yeah.
That's the aisle clearer. Goodbye. Bye bye now.
Great.
Everybody's
Where-
gone.
Where'd everybody go? All right, everybody, welcome to the show tonight as we are getting everything squared away. We're on the Facebook, and so we are going to go ahead and start the show. Are you ready, buddy?
And 1 second. Let me just type my welcome message. Yes. Okay. Now I am.
All right, here we go. In today's show, we've got news about the reopening of Disneyland, or not, Splash Mountain reimagineering,
Or
Yay.
not.
yay, meetups, contests, and headline news all in today's Disney Parks podcast.
Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Casanova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
All right, everybody, welcome to the show. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to Monday Fun Day. And before we get too deep into it, we want to make sure that we thank our sponsors, our good friends over at Destinations to Travel. I know it might seem a little crazy, but now is a great time to be planning a future vacation. We're not sure when everything's going to open back up, but you might want to take a vacation 2021, even further. I don't know. But the best thing is to talk to our friends at Destinations to Travel. Destinations to Travel, because they don't cost you a dime. And they do so much for you, and they provide a level of protection against, showing up somewhere and not having everything squared away, and you have to deal with that on your own versus just calling someone and letting the destinations folks deal with that stuff. So the best thing that we can encourage you to do is go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/the letter D, the number 2 for our good friends at Destinations to Travel. That's DisneyParksPodcast.com/the letter D, the number 2, travel. How's it going, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Good. Went to Disney Springs yesterday. Tried the new Wolfgang Puck social hour from 2 to 5. They've got like
2 to 5. That's
two-
not an hour. Do they not know how to type
hour
it?
on Mars. I don't know, man. They're doing like $8 cocktails and wine.
Is that every day? Monday to Sunday?
That's when they're open, because they're not open on Mondays and Tuesdays. But yeah, every day. And they've had live music there. They didn't have them there last night, but yeah, $8 cocktails, and then they have like $5 and $7, $8 like tapas style. We had my wife and I and a friend of ours went. We ordered like 4 or 5 different things and had a couple cocktails a piece, and it was only like $60. So I mean, like, bro, any day of the week. And so yeah, it was really good. I would highly encourage you checking it out. And
Okay. Wait, hold on. Back up your train. You said they're not open on Mondays and Tuesdays now?
still not open. Yeah, because of the lack of people coming to Disney Springs. They're not opening on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Okay.
So they're open Wednesdays through Sunday.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. The other thing was, what was I going to tell you? I had it in my head.
Sorry.
It was great. It was going forward. I can't. Oh yeah, we now know the exact location for the
Gideon's?
Gideon's.
Okay.
Yeah. So there used to be a jewelry store right at the very corner. It was a corner store right there across from Wine Bar George. You know, when we turn the corner to go down towards Morimoto,
Mm-hmm.
it shares the back wall with Morimoto. It's that front corner, that whole front corner section
I thought that
is
store was new. That like the rustic cuff. That's the store
yeah,
you're talking
exactly. Yeah, it's gone.
I thought it's gone. Okay, it was something else, and it before COVID it became the rustic cuff, and now they just packed it in.
Yep. It's going to
Wow.
be Gideon's.
So that's really that begs the question, because that's really not like big enough to have a full blown bakery in there and a
What?
storefront.
Oh, I think it's plenty big enough.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, they've got all the space behind. They've got room. I think they've got plenty,
All right.
and they just got to churn. They just got to churn out those cookies.
Yeah, I guess they don't need it. Like the ganachery doesn't have like a huge space. I mean,
Well, yeah, half the space though is open air. I mean, you
Yeah.
see them making it right there.
yeah,
To be fair, we popped in there and they weren't making everything either. They're
Yeah.
making small batches of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
but yeah, it's going to be right there.
Wow,
I
interesting.
confirmed that. We all took a picture in front of it and we texted our buddy Patrick. I said, "Can't wait to see you. We're here a little early." And he's like, "Yeah, the sign goes up on like Tuesday or Wednesday.
We're in line.
We're already in line."
Let us know when that coffee cake cookie comes out the first day.
God, I'm not sure that's going to be a big deal for us. We'll probably be okay.
We're
knows?
gonna have to go there. I think we should go there opening
My
day.
God. Yeah, absolutely. We were coming up with different. One of the things that we do at Park Hoppers is we always try to come up with like date night ideas.
Mm.
And we were coming up with ideas like, okay, so the first thing you should go and you get your cookie,
Mhm.
and then you go here and you have a cocktail, and then you go here and you have this, and then you go here, and when you get dessert, order gelato, and then whip that cookie out and have cookie and gelato. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
there you go.
We had this idea where you go here and you go here and you go here, and then you wind up at Gideon's.
Right.
And then we had the other idea of you just go to Gideon's.
Yeah.
Go to Gideon's.
Just
And
skip
then-
the gelato thing.
Skip the gelato. Just go to Gideon's and then walk across to Wine Bar George or Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar and drink the evening away. Have yourself a big old time.
Yeah. Or you can get the gelato, go to the Hangar Bar, get a shot of tequila, and get the cookie, and then you can have an adult gelato with the cookie.
I feel what you're putting down, my friend. That is tremendous.
There you go. There you
I
go.
love that idea. Anyway, what else is going on? What was your weekend like?
Nothing. Just stayed home, chillaxed, picked up groceries from my favorite store on the planet, and that was about it.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Oh, a non-Disney related thing. I had ordered pickup from Chili's. Went to Chili's, picked it up, popped my trunk, put it in my trunk. I get home. The woman had put all the containers upside down, so all my tacos were now taco salad.
Oh no!
I had tortillas and then a bucket of the taco.
Jeez.
So it was funny. I get home, I get a text. Oh, hey, can you complete this 2-question survey? Do you really want me to complete that 2-question survey? Are you sure?
Yeah. How
Maybe
about
not.
you?
And how was the food? Upside down, but good.
Down. I didn't realize this was Mexican upside down dinner. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I appreciate that. I did not know that was a thing.
Right.
Anywho, anything else you want to get
No.
into?
That's it.
Yeah, I feel like we've added a bunch on the front end of the show. Anyway, there's nothing else we can do but get into the
The
news.
news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
All right, everybody, you've heard the news. Disneyland Resort reopening has a bit of an update. It's been previously announced that a proposed phased reopening for theme parks was going to happen on July 17th, pending government approval. Well, Disney developed enhanced health and safety protocols for both cast and guests at Shanghai Disney, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Walt Disney World Resort that have been approved, allowing them to reopen in a responsible manner and bring their guests back to work. Well, the state of California said, uh-uh, and now indicated that it will not issue theme park reopening guidelines until sometime after July 4th. Given the time required for Disney to bring thousands of cast members back to work and restart their business, Disney has no choice but to delay the reopening of their theme parks and resort hotels until they receive approval from government officials. Once they have a clear understanding of when the guidelines will be released, Disney expects to be able to communicate a reopening date. Disney's Downtown Disney District will reopen on July 9th as previously announced, with extenuating health and safety protocols in place for their cast members and guests. The opening of the Downtown Disney District has been previously approved in line with restaurant and retail openings throughout California. The Master Services Union, I'm going to change that name, will represent, sorry, it's conversation from off mic, will represent their Disney's retail cast at this location previously signed an agreement for members to return to work. In order to reopen Disney theme parks, they need to negotiate agreements with their unions to return employees to work, and they have had positive discussions and are very pleased to have signed agreements from 20 union affiliates, including the Master Services Council, which represents more than 11,000 of Disneyland's cast members. The signed agreement details plans that includes enhanced safety protocols that allow Disney to responsibly reopen and get thousands of cast members back to work. Disney thanks their cast and guests for their patience during this unprecedented time, while Disneyland awaits approval from the government officials. That week, they could have saved a whole bunch of time and just said, hey, guys, we're not reopening. Here's the email, phone number, and address for all of your elected officials who said we can't open. Have a nice day. And at the bottom of all of your emails and letters and contacts say, have a magical day.
Okay. I don't think that would have been a smart move as much as the city council of Anaheim does not really particularly like Disneyland these days.
I know.
That probably might have pissed them off a little bit. Okay, in other sad news, we've been informed that Disney is going to reimagine Splash Mountain here in Florida and California. Disney announced that they are thrilled to share the first glimpse of a project Imagineers have been working on since last year. I say liar, liar, pants on fire.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain at both Disneyland and California's Magic Kingdom in Florida will soon be completely reimagined. The theme is inspired by the animated film Princess and the Frog. The attraction will pick up the story after the final kiss and join Princess Tiana and Louis on a musical adventure, featuring some of the powerful music from the film as they prepare for their first ever Mardi Gras performance. Now, I don't know how that works into a log flume, but I am sure we will find out. The approach to the retheming or plussing attractions, as Walt would refer it, begins with Imagineers asking this question. How can we build upon and elevate the experience and tell a fresh and relevant story?
Oh, God.
It's a continuous process that Imagineers are deeply passionate about, and with its long-standing history of updating attractions and adding new magic. For Imagineers, change is rooted in the tradition set by Walt Disney, who encouraged new innovations, new ideas, new scenes, and current storytelling. And the experience they create can be enjoyed by guests who visit the parks from all over the world. As part of the creative development process, conceptual design work is well underway, and Imagineers will soon be able to conduct preliminary review and develop a timeline for when this transformation can start to take shape. And I would tell everybody that when a park opens, and if this attraction is open, it's the first thing you're going to want to do and take pictures like it's nobody's business, because it'll be gone.
That ride won't be open when the parks reopen.
Yeah, let's hoping it is, because I need one more shot at it.
I have thoughts, and I'm going to choose my words very carefully because I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea.
Okay.
I think this is great. In the grand scheme of things, this is awesome. There are so many problems with Splash Mountain. People can't always hear the music. People can't understand the words that are being said by the animatronics. It's an interesting situation to have all sorts of issues on an attraction that so many people love. So I'm excited about the possibilities, and I love Princess and the Frog. It's the 50th hand-drawn animation movie from Walt Disney Studios, if you've forgotten that. It's a great movie. It's set in New Orleans. It's great for so many reasons. And I think overall, once this is done, it's going to be extremely well received. I think the timing of this is a little suspect for me personally, but hey,
Right.
I'm excited that they're moving forward with it.
Yeah.
I think it'll be great.
Yep. Right.
Any comment? Okay, I'm going to keep moving forward because I know what that means. All right. Well, no, I can't. I can't start down that road.
No, I think I'll miss it. I mean, Zippity Doo Dah was a great song. It was a fun attraction. It was very musical. Will they leave the Flume experience the same? Probably, because that's a lot of concrete to be ripped up. I think they'll change, most of the animatronics and the songs to be, Princess and the Frog stuff. They'll, swap out the scenes. But, I don't think the attraction did any. The kids today cannot connect the dot to Splash Mountain to Song of the South. They just can't because they haven't seen the movie.
Right.
There is no dot for them to connect. All they know it's a log flume ride with some animals singing a crazy fun song called Zippity Doo Dah.
Right.
That's it. That's all they know.
Right. I held it. I grew up in the South.
Okay.
I was also grew up in the North too, so I have a weird perspective on life. I read all of the Uncle Remus stories. They're great kid stories. They're true American fairy tales.
Right.
Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, all the shenanigans that Brer Rabbit would get into. They're great stories. I feel like because of the culture that we're living in, we're going to lose that. So You're right. They don't know then the movie that came from. But when some kid says, "Daddy, who's that? How do you say Brer Rabbit?" No, baby girl, that's Brer Rabbit. Who's Brer Rabbit? Well, Brer Rabbit was part of this whole area, and he had this person was his friend. And let's read those stories. Probably it's crazy. But we're going to get Princess and the Frog, and it's going to be awesome. God help us if the frogs, something's happening with frogs, because then we're going to be in trouble. Just saying.
Or princesses.
Princesses. No, it'll be the prince. The Disney Parks Pass system is now available to guests with existing park tickets. There's some good news. Walt Disney World guests with existing park tickets now have the ability to make park reservations via the Disney Park Pass system. The Disney Park Pass system nomenclature is now available to Walt Disney World annual pass holders, guests with the resort bookings, and theme park day guests with tickets. So if that's you, congratulations. Passes can be reserved for dates through September 26th of 2021. Guests with existing park tickets can reserve park passes for the number of days of valid theme park admission. Also, multi-day park tickets that have been partially used and that have a usage window impacted by the temporary park closure, or date-specific theme park tickets purchased through June 6th of 2020 with a valid use period beginning March 12th of 2020 or later, will automatically be extended to use at any date through September 26th of 2021. Florida resident Discovery Disney tickets may be used through September 30th of 2020. Park hopping at this time is unavailable. Guests can visit one park per day, and those with existing tickets that include the Park Hopper option or Park Hopper Plus option can learn about possible changes or cancellations by visiting Walt Disney World's website. When you're ready to make your park passes, grab your computer. That should scare the living hell out of all of you right there. So grab your computer, head on over to Walt Disney World's website and log into your My Disney Experience account. Now be sure that all tickets for your traveling party have been linked to your account, and then follow the Park Pass prompts to view the availability calendar and choose your dates. Can you do it by phone, Uncle Tony?
Yes, you can do it on My Disney Experience as well.
Okay, so you don't have to have your computer.
No. So
why
here
did
was
you grab your computer?
Yeah, whatever. So here was my experience. At first, I was not getting the concept of this whole thing. And I consider myself a pretty savvy Disney experience person.
Yeah.
And I was on there, and I was trying to pick a weekend because this weird thing called a job interferes with me going during the week. So all the weekends were gone in July. So I was like, all right, let me go to August. Well, the new problem evolved in my life, and that is my pass expires in July. So every time I picked some date in August, it was telling me I don't have a ticket, which is true because it expires in July. So then I said, you know what? If I can't go, I can't go. No big deal. And then I started thinking to myself, well, I normally don't go in July and August to the parks very much anyway. It's a bazillion degrees out, and the humidity is 2 billion degrees out. And it's not my favorite place to be on the planet is June, July, and August in a theme park. So I'm like, you know what? If my ticket expires and I can't go for June, July, August, and maybe even September, I may let it go. I may let it go because I don't really want to be told when I can or cannot go to the park. Hopefully something will lighten up maybe in October, November. I'm optimistic. I'm going to be optimistic. So maybe that will change, and then maybe I'll go back and get my pass. So I may let my pass lapse for a couple months. Yeah, I'm going to lose my discount edge of renewing, but it may be a small price to pay for my sanity.
Right.
Today, I get an email saying that pass holder date, preview date was open. Bing-a-da, bang-a-da-boom, I went in and got it. Unfortunately, it's on a Wednesday and a Thursday, or Thursday and a Friday, I think. I did pick a Friday. Maybe I'll play hooky in the afternoon. They're only open till 7 p.m. Maybe I'll go play hooky for a couple hours, go check it out, catch a little COVID, and go home.
I'm going to hook up me some COVID. I'm going to take her home.
Yeah. I'm just going to go to the Emporium and say, can I get a bag of COVID, please, to take home?
I'd like an extra large bag of COVID-19, please.
So that's my saga. So, okay, here we go. 2021, that's a 2, a 0, a 2, and a 1. Walt Disney World theme park tickets are now on sale. They started on sale yesterday, June 28th. Nice. So as most Walt Disney World fans may be aware, theme park reservations can start being made by all guests on Sunday, June 28th, via Disney Parks' new Park Pass reservation system. Folks who have yet purchased their theme park tickets for 2021 will be happy to know that those tickets went on sale this past Sunday for 2021. Okay, so this is future tickets.
Right.
Guests will be able to preview theme park availability in the My Disney Experience online calendar prior to completing their ticket. So you pick the days that you're going to go in 2021, and they will tell you what parks are available so that if there's a specific park you would like to go to, you can make sure that it's on the list of your visit before buying these tickets, and then Disney has to give you the money back. 2020 theme park tickets, as well as the ability to book a Disney Resort hotel guest reservations for the remainder of 2020, will resume later this summer and will be announced at a later time.
Later
time. So they're being very cautious and hey, we're gonna sell this little block of space, and then this little block of space. So it's very interesting how they're trying to roll this out. And I don't know, it's so that they can gauge demand and cut back. If too many people are going, oh, I gotta go. So that they can say, all right, we can't allow that many people. I'd love to get inside somebody's head and tell me why they're doing the things that they're doing in the format they're doing them in.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. We just got done doing 2 shows. We'll film. We'll record another show or 2 on another day for our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. We want to definitely thank our current patrons. We have new shows for patrons at the $10 level, making it the new Disney Plus podcast. It's a great show. I hope you dig it. We've also got the $3 level for people who don't want any ads. We've got the $35 level, which I believe we just had someone sign up for that.
Yep, Alyssa.
So that's great. Thanks, Alyssa. Alyssa's awesome. She's not only getting all 3 new shows, she's supporting us, and she's getting the Disney by the Numbers T-shirt Club T-shirt sent to her every month. She doesn't have to do anything. She just has to hang out and T-shirt shows up. So that's awesome. So we definitely want to thank our top patrons: James, David, Ernie, and Alessa,
I think it.
Alessa. I apologize. Thank you guys so much for being our patrons. If you'd like to help support what we do here, keep us on the air, allow us to do some really cool things for you guys, go to patreon.com/Disney Parks, a podcast.
Okay. Last week, I complained that nobody answered the question, which was, I thought, pretty easy about the Adventures Club, which was...
Did you get punked this week?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Yeah. You all beat me up with email, which is great.
Good.
I love it. Love it. So the question was, and this was kind of simple if you've been around the block a little bit. What is the Magic Kingdom's official tagline?
Now, a lot of you are thinking it's the happiest place on earth, and that would be incorrect. That's Disneyland.
That's right.
I had to learn this when I first started coming to Disney. Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom is the most magical place on earth.
That's right. The happiest and the most magical.
That's right.
And Josh Kimball is this week's winner. We had over 25 people send in the correct answer. So that was good. I like that. So here we go. We're going to continue. All right. Now, this may be a little bit of a tricky question, and I'll emphasize the key word. Okay. How many monorails were open at Walt Disney World on opening day in 1971?
All of them.
Very close, Bob Gurr.
Thank you.
If you know the correct answer, send that to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. How many monorails were open on opening day, 1971, Walt Disney World? Okay. All right. I think we are getting close to capping off our July 18th Ravello breakfast. I think we're getting close to capacity. So we may have to but cap off what we have. If you have not and you are going to be in town and are interested, go to our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast, and then click on events and you'll see the reservation for that. And also, I want to remind everybody that Thursday, these 2 lunatics decided to do yet another show. Because we were bored and we were silly. But this is a very interactive show. You must participate. Otherwise, it's not going to be very interesting and boring. And this week, we're doing Name That Tune.
Name That Tune.
So
I can name the tune.
I will play a song, and then I think you're gonna want to. I think the title or the movie. I think I'll take either one. I'm not gonna be very particular. I think title or movie. I think it will be the MO. I'll have to look at my song list again to see what will make the most amount of sense. But we're gonna play a little name our tune, and some songs may be harder than others. I will just tell you that right now.
I could name that tune in 0 notes. You ready?
If I had the ability to do that, play only notes, that would be
Really?
great.
Here we go. A Whole New World.
Wait, how about this one?
God, you know what, Tony? I'm going to be brutally honest with you. When I was thinking of what to say as a joke in my head, I was going to say, "You've got a friend in me." I knew your Toy Story ass would have that locked and loaded right off the bat.
Or maybe
I swear to God, I've got Hawaiian Roller Coaster ready whenever you're ready. We'll do it all night long.
you know what? I happen to like that song.
It's a great song.
I happen to like that song.
They're all great songs.
No, I happen to like that one though.
Which one?
A Hawaiian Roller Coaster.
Oh, it's a great song.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. It's a great song.
I think I heard it by a Hawaiian children's chorus once, which was very good, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they do in the song itself.
The whole thing was done by like an orchestra and a children's choir kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very good. I like it.
All right, guys. I'm getting all the union stories tonight. Disney responds to actors' equity request, and they're saying, and I quote, "We want live shows to return. Health be damned. Get those actors on stage." Just kidding. As reported last week regarding the statement sent to Walt Disney World by Actors Equity requesting that Disney provide COVID-19 testing for its cast members along with considering a delay in reopening, and Disney was like, "I'll give you one of those two." According to Orlando's WFTV, Disney has issued a statement in response to Actors Equity's request. The statement is as follows. As we reopen our theme parks, we would like to include the live stage shows. We've heard from many cast members that are eager to return. However, the Actors Equity Association has not agreed with the terms of the recall, impacting our ability to invite these cast members back at this time. The health and well-being of our cast members and guests is an important priority for us, and our theme park reopening plan has been approved by the county and state officials. Disney's not indicted. Disney's not in. Oh, this is not quote. Disney's not indicated that there will be an adjustment to the reopening of Walt Disney World, which, as they point out in their response, quote, has been approved by the proper officials. Disney also states that the desire for live stage shows to be one of the elements brought back to the theme parks upon reopening is a high priority. President of the Actors Equity Association, Kate Schindel, had this to say regarding over the 700 Walt Disney World cast members that the association represents, and I quote, "I would personally say most of our people are eager to get back to work. They're not being called back right away, but we have to get this right, hopefully before anybody goes back." Yeah, get that part right. Kill somebody, that would be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay, I know this is not the old wrestling podcast that I was on, but there's something funny going on with these major companies.
Mm.
I know testing is expensive, and I'm not saying that Disney's not testing. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's very interesting. The big juggernaut in the wrestling world is the WWE.
Mm.
McMahon owns it. You probably know the name. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, all those guys. And there's a little startup company that's owned by the owners of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mm.
A little company called AEW. AEW started back before WWE started back doing actual like live shows. Now they don't have people in the stands, obviously, because they can't. Except WWE decided to have people in the stands. Hold that thought. So AEW stars have to go in when they show up to the arena, get get tested, get temperature taken. They have to take the test. They have to get all sorts of health screening before they're even let into the locker room area. WWE said, yeah, we're doing that. Totally doing that. Totally wear masks. Yeah, we're doing that. We're testing. 19, I think the last count was 19 superstars, WWE, have come down sick.
Yikes.
And their live shows, they were allowing people, some small amount of people in the stands, and they were told, all of these people in the stands will have masks on. So, guys, it's all good. And then you watch the show, and none of those people have masks on, and they're not social distancing. So here's the connection. These big companies, it's a struggle, and I understand the union, and this is what a union's for, to protect their people.
Right.
So normally I'm not really a big union person. On this case, I'm like, yeah, you should have a safe working environment.
Right.
That's why Tony doesn't come over here, because he doesn't trust it as a safe working environment.
I thought you didn't want to come over here because it wasn't a safe working environment.
Well, it's a safe working environment. It was the cooking that was the problem. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to put this in the category of who didn't know this was coming. Walt Disney Studios once again delayed the release of the live-action Mulan.
What?
I believe they should just release it and let it go. Like a good Frozen movie, just let it go. After already being delayed once, Walt Disney Studios has yet again moved the release date for the live-action version of Mulan. The film is now set to hit theaters in August on the 21st. You can pencil that in your calendar because that's going to move.
But use pencil, yes. Use pencil.
Studios co-chairman Alan Hall and Alan Bergen said this, quote, while the pandemic has changed our release plans for Mulan, and we will continue to be flexible as conditions require, it has not changed our belief in the power of this film and the message of hope, its preservation, I can't say the word.
Presentation? Oh, perseverance.
Perseverance, I can't even say that. Director Nikki Caro and the cast and crew have created a beautiful, epic, and moving film that is everything the cinematic experience should be. And that's where we believe it belongs. On the world stage and the big screen for audiences around the globe to enjoy together. Mulan was originally scheduled for March 27th, but has been delayed until July, and now we're delaying it until August 21st. So there you go. I really believe that they need to just pull the plug and put it on Disney Plus or something. Charge, some of these other movies that have been released are like $19.99. Yeah. Like the King of Staten Island or whatever. Mm-hmm. The Steve Carell movie done by Jon Stewart. Just pull the trigger. $19.99. People are going to watch it, and then you can put it back in the theaters, and you'll get more people to watch it.
Yeah,
I believe that. I really do.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, man. And the one that's killing me is Black Widow.
Yeah.
Just let that movie free, for crying out loud. Yeah. Come on, man. Yeah. It's been forever since we've had a Marvel movie. I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's my thoughts. I don't. Be Our Guest podcast, kids, will not offer breakfast upon initial reopening. So can I take it aside? I was having a talk with my wife, and she says, so how's it going? I said, good. She said, how's the podcast going? I said, it's tough. And she's like, because we kind of do a little side thing, my wife and I. It's tough, man, because I feel like the news we're always giving out is like, hey, guess what? That thing you love, not going to have it for a while.
Right.
Hey, that other thing you love, Right. So Be Our Guest podcast. Be Our Guest podcast. Sorry, Mike. Be Our Guest restaurant will not offer breakfast upon initial reopening. Right. I love Mike Rahman, by the way. Yeah. Disney's releasing a list of dining locations that would be open inside the theme parks when they reopen. Redundant. Some favorites like Tusker House at Disney's Animal Kingdom, along with many others at Epcot, such as Tutto Italia Ristorante, Tip on Edio, will not be available to guests during the initial reopening of the theme parks. That affects some really good friends of ours. Some of the beloved menu items might not initially be available, but even if you don't see your favorites listed in the menu, be sure to ask your server. As our very well, I mean, yeah, right. So apparently, some people went to a certain restaurant and said, "Hey, we really would like to see this
Mm-hmm.
because it was removed," and they were like, "Oh yeah, here it is."
Okay.
Folks who enjoy the breakfast offering or the quick service lunch at Be Our Guest restaurant in the Magic Kingdom need to be aware that only table service will be available, Godoy, for lunch and dinner with no breakfast service, which is like a buffet kind of, not a buffet, but a go through and pick what you want
Right.
kind of thing. Right?
Yep.
Now, this could change in the future as the CDC adjusts the physical distancing guidelines. So keep an eye out for that. And then keep an eye out for what's going to be reopening when the parks reopen.
Open. In other interesting news, D23 postponed Destination D, and I was really kind of looking forward to that because I was thinking, well, that'll be my fun Disney thing later in the year.
Yep, something to look forward to.
Yep. And this was being called Destination D Fantastic Worlds event. This was scheduled for November at Walt Disney World. And this is the thing that alternates with the expo. And why I was also hoping is that we were going to get the actual 50th anniversary plans at this event too, like what actually was going to be available when and all those kind of things. So the official Disney Fan Club announced that they will be postponing Destination D Fantastic Worlds event, which was to have been held November 20th to 22nd at Walt Disney World. So if you did have reservations, guess what? You're going to have to change them or cancel them. The 3-day event was to be honored Disney many magical places from extraordinary to fantastical. D23 had said that the event will take place in 2021 and they will announce a new date later this year. Now, I'm surprised they didn't do like something virtual. Like anything virtual. I mean, anything. YouTube, you could have put it on. YouTube's got the bandwidth. Here is the official statement. Due to the global impact of the COVID-19 virus and protocols necessary to ensure social distancing, we have made the difficult decision to postpone this year's Destination D until 2021. We plan to announce a new date for Destination D later this year, and will continue to host exclusive virtual events throughout 2020. And they look forward to seeing you real soon.
See you real soon.
And seeing your wallet very soon.
How jaded we become. Yeah, I saw that come across the wire and I was like, oh man, I'll bet Tony's really upset by that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I like that event a lot. I do.
You do. I know you do. It's a great event.
Yeah.
Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea are set to reopen on July 1st. How is this a thing? Both parks will reopen on July 1st. With the remaining reopening of both parks, new health and safety measures will be implemented in accordance to the amusement park and theme park new coronavirus. Oh my good God. The amusement park and theme park new coronavirus infection containment guidelines that were developed and based off the government's basic policies for novel coronavirus disease control. Start a podcast, they said. It'll be fun, they said. You won't have to do anything hard. Just read words off a page that are hard to read. The new safety measures, such as controlled capacity through limits on the attendance, limited visitors on attractions, shops, restaurants, and other facilities, regular cleaning and sanitation, proactively requesting guests to maintain social distancing, among other things. Guest health and safety will be promoted by having the information filled in for the primary contact person when guests purchase tickets. Temperature screenings will be conducted during admission time, and guests will, with a temperature of 37 degrees Celsius or above, or cold-like symptoms, will be asked to refrain from entering. Are you looking up what that is?
No.
Okay.
I'm figuring it's our normal 98.
Yeah. Guests will be required to wear masks at all times inside the park, except while dining. Gosh darn it. However, in order to prevent heat stroke during the summer season when the temperature and humidity are high, if guests are outdoors with adequate distance from others, masks may be removed. Crazy.
Say what?
Markings are installed to maintain the necessary distance in facility queue lines, seats, restaurant tables, benches, etc. And guests are asked to cooperate in order to maintain social distancing. I'll ask you about the Disney Springs social distancing stuff in a bit. Hand sanitizers are located in attractions, shops, restaurants, restrooms, and other locations in the park. So guests are being asked to sanitize hands, fingers, and wash hands regularly. Cashless transactions such as credit cards and electronic money are recommended. If guests become ill after entering the park, guess what? They may be asked to leave depending on their symptoms.
Ooh.
For more information on the main services and operating status of each facility, please refer to the Tokyo Disney Resort official website.
Wow. So tell us about the social distancing at Disney Springs, John.
So we went to go get our masks because we had to go get the Stitch mask. And guess what they sold out of?
The Stitch mask.
In the large size. They
Oh.
still had medium and kid size.
Oh.
So basically, you know that little hallway from like the Crystal Glass Company behind the Ghirardelli's?
Mm-hmm. The Weaver
kinda
Brothers.
Yeah, that kind of goes into like the guest services
Right. Mm-hmm.
and the Photoshop thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the line that you have to walk down. That's the hallway you have to walk down, and they've got park benches put out in such a way that it won't allow two-way traffic. It's one way in, one way out. And so what they did is they've got a line, got that tape that they put down the line,
Right.
6 feet line, 6 feet line, door, line, 6 feet line, and then nothing until you get about 18 feet from the other door, and then it's line, 6 feet line, 6 feet door. So for like 15 feet, I'm standing there like, I don't know what to do. And I'm being a jerk at this point. I don't know what to do. There's no line. Where do I stand? What happens now? Don't get too close. Don't go too far away. The line's got to keep moving. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
See, now, if I was with you, John, I would have just taken out my tape measure and measured to 6 feet for you.
My wife just looked at me. She said, I will take you outside. And I will put a bullet inside of your head, my friend. That's
Oh, gosh. Talking about that, social distancing and washing hands and that, the new Apple Watch update coming in the fall will have will sense that you're washing your hands and automatically start a 20-second timer.
Really?
Yeah, and it will vibrate on your wrist to make sure that you know that your time is up.
Wouldn't it be great if a company like Apple would say, we've noticed that you're washing your hand. We're giving you, for every second you wash your hand, we'll put a penny into a bank account that you can use for other Apple products.
Yeah, that'd be great.
There's incentive.
There's
You want
incentive. Yeah.
We'll give you incentive.
And if you let us know your location so that we can contact trace you and your friends, we'll give you $1.
Yeah, that's too much for me. Speaking of, did you hear that TikTok got in trouble with Apple?
Ooh.
Did you hear about this?
No.
But this is so far off. This show's gone off the rails.
Sorry.
So Apple discovered that TikTok had found a loophole in the programming, and they were actually tracking data. And Apple found out about it and got pissed.
Mm.
So I'm thinking to myself, why were they so angry? They do it to us all the time. And then it dawned on me. They're jealous because TikTok's getting all that information that only Apple can get.
Mm.
But yeah, TikTok got in a little bit of heat with Apple because they
Wow.
were tracking data. All right. Hey, welcome back to the Disney Parks podcast. Took it aside there. Man.
Not applenews.com.
Oh my God, shoot me in the head. Sorry, guys.
In other Disney park news, Disneyland Paris is going to begin its reopening July 15th. On July 15th, Disneyland Paris will begin its phased reopening, welcoming guests to return to Disneyland Park, and then the Walt Disney Studios Park, Disney's Newport Bay Club Hotel, and Disney Village. In line with the French government, and the health authorities' recommendation, the phased reopening of Disneyland Paris will take a careful approach with the enhanced health and safety measures tailored to their specific environment. They will have croissants at every corner with the hand sanitizer.
Oh, yeah. Croissant?
Limits on attendance and required advanced ticketing and reservations. Where have I read stuff like this before? Will be in a place to accommodate controlled guest density, aligning with the government guidance on physical distancing. Upon reopening, guests will be able to experience the iconic attractions and entertainment that we all know and love, with new character moments and a few surprises as well. Some experiences will be slightly different, while others will return at a later date. But the magic will remain the same. More information on the enhanced health and safety measures are located at DisneylandParis.com.
Wow.
There you go.
That's awesome. This new story is funny. Disney has made an announcement that they're going to be surprising pass holders with a new exclusive magnet. Did you get it?
No. Like we need one? I got 1,000 of these.
Oh, I know, right? Disney World made a lot of announcements recently, but one of the many that pass holders got really excited about, which I can't believe this, is a new magnet. Because apparently there's somebody out there that has space left on their
refrigerator.
And this one is going to be sent to pass holders' doorsteps. A lot of changes have been difficult for pass holders to comprehend, so Disney wants to send a little sprinkle of pixie dust your way. Many were hoping it would be the coveted Orangeburg magnet that was never distributed during the Flower and Garden Festival.
Yeah, I would think that would be the one.
Disney's only hint is that it will be exclusive.
Okay.
There will also only be one magnet per household, so
if you had 10 pass holders in your household, all under the same address, you
only
get
got
one?
Yeah.
Wow.
One per refrigerator. Magnets have been one of the many items that Disney pass holders collect. Many don't even put them on their cars or because of risk of being taken. That is true. Who do you hope is featured on the new magnet? I'm gunning for Stitch, but I'm telling you it's probably going to be Orangebird. Why? Because they're already printed.
Yep.
Or they're just going to save them until next year.
I'd like a Buzz Lightyear magnet, please.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Or a Toy Story, like maybe I think they should start doing like whole movie characters. You know, like put a bunch of characters on a magnet and not just one.
Yeah. Lord knows more Toy Story stuff. I mean, that's a great idea. I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I love you, but I'm just messing with you.
All right, next up, Walt Disney World Golf Course introduces, you ready? Rentable Robo Caddies.
Beady. Look like you sliced it, Buck.
At Disney's Oak Trail Golf Course, a new upgrade is available when guests purchase or rent a club car Tempo Walk Robo Caddy to aid them during their golf game. This hands-free autonomous caddy comes equipped with an onboard GPS yardage system, a cooler, a sand bottle, a USB port, a cup holder, a divot repair kit, and it could even hold your golf bag.
It slices. It
dices. It could even find your ball in the woods.
Oh, my God.
The caddy also includes a touchscreen tablet that aids the golfer. Now, why would you want to touch a screen? Aid golfers in the precise distance to the pin yardage.
Trust me, there ain't going to be that many people renting these things.
Probably when we get to the price tag somewhere down here. The Tempo Walk Robo Caddies are waterproof and run using wireless transmitters that are worn on the lower back. And when turned on, the caddy will follow you at a distance of 4 feet. The caddy will stop moving when you do or when the transmitter is turned off. The RoboCaddy is available for $10
I know. I just saw
What?
that.
Isn't a golf court more than $10?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's a RoboCaddy, so it's just carrying your bags for you. You still have to walk it.
Do I? Can I hop on it?
There's going to be a piece of documentation that says, "Please do not stand on the RoboCaddy."
I guess how would I stand on it and then it follow me? I guess would be I would have to have somebody else walk.
No, get a fishing pole, cast it out, let it go.
Hey, sir, can I ask why you brought your fishing pole to the golf course? By the ponds. I thought I'd get a little fishing in.
I could just see. This is so horrible for an audio podcast. I could just see him doing like that whole fly fishing thing. The whole time that thing's going.
Now, here would be the thing. Stand by the lake, throw the transmitter into the lake, and let the RoboCaddy go in after it.
And it just floats.
All right, so it's $10 plus tax per player per 9-hole round. All right, so it's $20 for 18 holes. That's still, I think, ridiculously cheap.
It's cheaper than a caddy.
Traditional pull carts are still available for $7. Listen, for the extra $3, I'm gonna have it follow me.
I'd like a caddy for 9 holes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have golf clubs? Oh no, I'm just gonna walk around.
I just want the thing to follow me all day.
Walk around the parking lot for an hour. I could care less.
Till the batteries are dead.
$10? I'd do that for an hour just to screw around.
Yeah. Guests can reserve a caddy ahead of time by calling Disney's Oak Trail Golf Course. I wonder if this is good for the foot golf, too. If they'll allow me to get a caddy for the foot golf.
Foot golf? You're Frisbee, aren't you?
I don't know. Well, Walt Disney World theme parks remain closed until July 11th. The resort golf and foot golf operations are still operating normal hours. Guests are required to wear face masks in public areas. However, they are not required while out on the golf course exercising. Okay. Guests will also encounter a temperature screening at checkpoint upon their arrival to the golf course. All right, big deal. For $10, you can get a RoboCaddy. Who cares? I may go.
So I got a question. So we go through this period of time. Disney's been closed for several months now. And then we go back and they have all this new technology. Like all of a sudden now you could do touchless payments. How long have we been screaming for this for Disney?
Yeah, years.
And now all of a sudden, boom, it's like it happened overnight.
Yeah.
And then now they've got RoboCaddies.
Yeah.
All this stuff that's like popping up, like where did this come from?
Yeah.
Did Bob Iger like say, okay, look, just don't pay me for a week. Just go buy everything you need.
Yeah.
God bless, man.
Yeah. Maybe they've been listening to the podcast and go, hey, listen to those two idiots. They have a bunch of good ideas all the time.
They have ideas and stuff, and they're free. They're telling people that stuff.
Yeah.
I remember reading the story about Tri-Circle Ranch Barn closing for remodeling, refurbishment. So I'm very excited to be able to say, hey, the new Tri-Circle D Ranch Barn is open and is now home to Disney World's horses. Right. Disney World's resort hotels go through the phased reopening. Disney shared a look at the new barn at the Tri-Circle D Ranch. Tri-Circle D was part of Walt Disney's vision to bring horses to the Magic Kingdom like he did at Disneyland. To make his wish come true, the ranch was established before opening day of the Walt Disney World Resort in 1971.
Wow.
Don't forget that. The new barn, located at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground, was announced back in August of 2019. Stable features larger stalls for the horses as well as 10 additional stalls, with each one equipped with automatic water stations. See, even the animals get some robots. Right. The barn is more than twice the size of the original, with 2 tack rooms, a wedding harness room that showcases tack for Cinderella's ponies, and the return of the museum dedicated to Walt's love of horses. Along with the museum, another piece of Disney history returned to the barn, the 1907 Dragon Calliope. Wow. Walt Disney purchased the horse-drawn music wagon for Disneyland Park in 1950s, and it's currently on display at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground.
Okay, why is that not being run down Main Street?
Well, I mean, it would break. Get rained on.
Wow. Have you taken a tour of the ranch, the Circle
I,
D Ranch?
I can't. I physically cannot.
You're allergic to horses?
I get near horses and everything closes up, man. I almost died one time. I can't.
I would like to, just not a fan of the horse poop smell. Maybe sometime.
If you have a mask on.
Now, yeah, that's great.
Take the little things. So Tony's got the mask that's got the little two filter thing.
Yeah.
One or two. Just unscrew one of the filters and put a little stinky stuff right there, and then screw it in and be like, lemons. Oh, look at these horses. These horses are cool. Lemons.
Can you tell me why the horses smell like lemons?
Yes, because you put lemons in your mask, bro. Walt Disney World got another new addition recently, The Birth of Violet, a pony foal born at the new stable. The Tri-Circle D Ranch is a short distance from its original location, just around the corner from the bus loop at Pioneer Hall.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do that in the winter when it's cooler and doesn't really stink as bad. Yeah.
Fair point.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, because I would like to see that 1907 Calliope.
I would love to, if I could figure out a way to do it without getting around those horses, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the mask would probably help.
Yeah, if they could bring it out by Pioneer Hall, that would be great.
Yeah.
But I guess they're afraid that it'd get rain on and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that thing's priceless.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Yeah, man. How about some headline news?
And now, the headline news.
Okay, Disney and Pixar released a new sneak peek at Soul, and I have not seen it. Did you?
I've not seen the new one.
Oh, okay.
I saw it, and I just didn't have time to watch it today.
Okay. As a friendly reminder, if you don't live on the planet Earth and have not heard the news, Hamilton will be on Disney Plus this week, July 3rd. And it will crash Disney Plus. That's my prediction.
Gonna break the internet today.
Disney Plus is going down July 3rd.
Yeah, buddy.
You can count on it. Once in the morning when it kicks off, and then once at night when everybody gets home from work.
It is not gonna know what hit it, man. I swear.
It's gonna be gone. The Orlando International Airport would like to remind all travelers that face coverings are required now in Orange County, much like the other Orange County as well.
You're in my county now. Put that mask on.
Yeah. And if for some weird, strange reason you left your mask in your hotel, there are places to buy one in the airport.
And they ain't cheap, brothers and sisters.
And they will make you buy one.
Oh, yeah.
If you are coming to Florida, the state of Florida has now suspended alcohol consumption at all bars due to the rising COVID cases. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can't have nice things, kids, if you're going to be drinking in bars.
Mm-hmm.
I think the weird one, maybe it wasn't weird, was UCF, 41 cases from the college bar. Okay. Maybe it shouldn't have been open. Just saying.
Well, it's not just the bar.
I'm sure it wasn't.
It's those kids, too, bringing it to the bar.
That's right. For all our travel friends that try to help travel people, like Destinations to Travel, the government is trying to pass some legislation that would introduce and would allow a $4,000 per adult tax credit for U.S. travel this summer.
Anyone who's in the chat room who is of the travel persuasion, does this include cruises? I don't think it does, because when you step on a cruise ship, you're out of the United States.
Right. Yeah.
But does that if that includes cruises, we're going to up our cruising game.
I mean, if you get a $4,000 cruise, then it's free, if I'm not mistaken, if my math is correct.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, you do have to wait till the end of the year to file your 2020 taxes and
I
then
don't care.
get the credit, but yeah.
Going anyway.
Yeah, there were a lot of countries like Italy and other countries that were offering incentives, like they would pay half your hotel and half your airfare to go to Italy. So also, it's a great time to call your travel agent to find out destinations to travel. Just saying. Disneyland Resort announced that they are going to have a new store in their downtown, and it's called California Soul, Sole. So it's going to be shoes, flip-flop type shoes.
Shocking.
Yeah, they're not going to sell the souls of people, just shoes.
I'd like a new soul. Can't have that, Devil. Sorry. Damn it.
Okay. Disney Springs in Florida must be on a sweet tooth kick or something. First Gideon's, and now we're getting Everglazed donuts and cold brew coming to Disney Springs.
Very excited about the cold brew.
Yeah,
I mean, we've already got cupcakes
right.
with
We got sprinkles.
I mean, donuts are good. I mean, if they're really good donuts,
Yeah.
that's great. But I have a feeling they're not like the hole-in-the-wall mom and pop shop we go to for donuts up the road.
Or the Voodoo Donut over
Voodoo
at City. Yeah. Well,
I would dare say that Donut King up in Claremont is even better than Voodoo Donuts.
yes, everybody says that. I may go there this week. I'm going there.
No, let me know, man. It's like, let me know because you have to go by my house unless you go that way.
Okay.
Let us know. We'll meet you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, have you tried the Nitro Brew at Starbucks?
Yes.
And what did you think?
Thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was good. I liked
I
it.
like Nitro Brew beer, and the Nitro Brew coffee made it just smooth. Magnifique.
Yep. AMC Theater, I think, is about to open with very limited capacity in their movies, from what I heard. And they just announced that, because in their original press release was that masks would not be required in the theater while watching the movie, and they have now reversed that. So if you are in the theater, you will have to wear a mask. I don't know how that's going to be done with a bucket of popcorn or a box of goobers. That may be an interesting proposition. But that's what they are now saying in their updated press release, is that it's going to be required. So
Fair enough. All right.
that's it.
It's interesting. I'm holding out hope for AMC.
Yeah.
I'm secretly hoping that Disney buys that space and just becomes the Walt Disney Theater. I know, man. I've been dreaming that for a while.
Can I say one other thing before we close?
Absolutely. It's
There
your
was
show.
a certain blog, Disney thing people, that posted that Cirque du Soleil is going belly up, which may be true. They may be filing for bankruptcy, but they're still currently selling tickets for Drawn to Life on the website. Now, I'm not saying you should go out and get one, but I'm just saying that if they're currently still selling tickets, it is possible that that show may go on. Okay? The rumor I'm hearing is that Disney has also invested a lot of time and money in it and does not want it to see it go away and may just hire those performers to do said show. So please do not believe everything you read on the internets.
Is this those same yahoos that keep posting the really stupid stuff?
Always. That keep posting the same stupid stuff.
Anything to get clicks, man.
It's all clickbait. It's all clickbait, my friends. So just, I went on the Cirque site. There's nothing there. I clicked on Drawn to Life. I was able to almost purchase tickets. I could have hit, boom, done, and I could have been gone. But, I'm just saying. That's it.
All right, guys.
PSA over.
PSA Dunskies. All right, guys. We appreciate you taking time to listen. Or if you're joining us live, you can join us each and every Wednesday night live at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast, and you can be a part of the chat room. Join up with Disney friends from all around the country. We also want to invite you back on Thursday night at 7 p.m. The times are a little different, right? 7 p.m.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we should really think about pushing that time to 8. Anyway,
I think so too.
yeah, We'll think about it.
Right.
But at 7 p.m. at facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast, you'll be able to take part in the infotainment show where this week we're doing Name That Tune. You didn't do it? You didn't hit the button? All right. I have 2 fingers. Anyway, we want to make sure that you come find us over on Facebook, Instagram. Don't hit that button again. I swear to God, I will drive to your house tonight. We're like 12-year-olds with toys. Come find us over at YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Disney Parks Podcast. Come find us over at our home on the internet at DisneyParksPodcast.com, where you can find our show archives, as well, like blog posts, links to our amazing sponsors, like our good friends, Destinations to Travel. Hey, if you're looking to plan some travel, it doesn't cost you a dime. Why not reach out to our friends? You can do so at Disney Parks Podcast / the letter D, the number 2, travel. And finally, if you like what we do, you want to support the show, please go to patreon.com / Disney Parks Podcast. Anything else?
Nothing.
And if we don't see you online, my friends, we'll see you in the parks.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.